Okay, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on when you're looking at this, all those things apply. Again, for this project, we have two options. We have our easy and medium. This tutorial is going to be for the medium version. So let's get started with that. So open up a new tab, and we're going to go to Google Slides. I got to move my face out of the way. We're going to go to Google Slides, go to the waffle, go to Google Slides. Take note of the bottom right here when it's done loading, where it says recent presentations. This should have all the recent slides that you have made in the past, and hopefully you can see the ball animation that you made recently, because we're going to use that same animation in our new animation that we're making. All right, so open up a blank one. Delete this out of here. So all I'm going to do is left click. I'm going to hold that left click, drag it over the top. Everything is going to be selected. Then I'm going to hit backspace. If you want, you can hit delete also. All right, now that I have that ready, I'm going to go and find my old or the ball animation for last week. So open up a new slide. I'm going to go to Google Slides again. Again. It's loading. All right, so, I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. I have slides that I made to show you guys how to make them. I have you guys slides. Hopefully you don't have that many, so just go to your old one. This is the old one because I just had it open not that long ago. Click on that. And when this loads, all right, so these are the slides. Do not include the slide with the ball moving, because that's going to mess you up. So go down or up one, depending on where you put the slide at. So I'm going to go down. So I have to go to slide 2. And then I got to go find where my last slide is. My last one is slide 9. All right. So I'm going to just go back up again. And I'm going to hold the button, the shift button. And make sure you have 2 selected like I did. So let's do that again because I'm not saying it right. So select your first slide, then hit the shift button. Then we're going to go to our last slide. And then while holding the shift button, left click, and then it will select all of your slides. I don't know why left and right I had to think so long. It's like crazy. Anyway, I can tell that they're all selected because they had the little orange around them. So now that I have them selected, I'm going to hit Control. Control is CTRL on your keyboard. Hold that with the letter C. So Control and the letter C at the same time. I'm going to go to that blank presentation as soon as this stuff moves out of my way. Go to that blank presentation. Remember this blank one. I know it's the blank one because it still says untitled presentation. I'm going to move this out the way real quick. I'm going to click over in this, the preview section of the slide. Just like before, I know I have that selected because this is orange. Then I'm going to hit Control V, those 2 together. Most likely you'll get this box where it says import slides. Click on this where it says do not link. If we link it, when we change stuff to this, it will change stuff to the original. So we don't want to do that. So now I have my slides over here, including a blank one. So let's delete that blank one because we don't need that. Now we need to make our background. The background, all we're going to do is just find an image and put in the background. So we're going to open up another tab. And on this tab, we're going to search 2D background. You can see I already searched it. So we're going to say 2D space background, back, B-A-C-K, and then ground, G-R-O-U-N-D, enter. See these? Do not click on those yet. Go to images. Then while we're in images, we're going to go to tools. It's right over here to the right of the word image, click on that, then go to the left, click on size, then click on large, and that just assures that we have a high quality or a good image. It's not really going to be high quality, but a good image. While we're looking at these images, so you have the opportunity to select any image you want. You can do a forest, you can do a jungle, whatever you want. It has different options up here. Magical, it just has all types of stuff. But, oh wait, let me go back some. Before you get carried away into looking for, you know, like a crazy nice image, right? What I want you to look at is that it does not have, you do not want it to say product because that means you have to buy it. You do not want it to have a, where's a play? I don't see a play. Let me go back one. You do not want it to have this little play on it because that means it's a video. And you do not want it to have like this, I don't know what that says on there, but the little writing on top, because then it looks bad. And the last thing you want, which you might not be able to get, but you want the left and the right side to kind of be similar. It doesn't have to be perfect because that's going to be hard, but you want them to be as similar as possible. The more similar, the less work you'll have to do, and the nicer your animation would be. So, you know, look through the images. Try not to take too much time looking at the images. I know you want to find the best image, but really just get an image. So this one is nice. I'm gonna go with this one. I clicked on it. I clicked on the small, the preview version. So this is the actual one. So then I'm going to right click. When the box opens, I want to go to Save Image As. Click on that. And I got some crazy name for this file, D26355, whatever. I'm just going to remember that it starts with D and it ends with ABC, just in case I lose it. I'm going to say save. And now that is saved to my computer in my downloads folder. I'm going to go back to the slide. This is the wrong one. I know it's the wrong one because it says ball, so that's the old one. Actually, I'm gonna close that because I don't need it anymore. And this is the right one because it says untitled presentation because I didn't give it a name. So now that I'm back here, I'm gonna say insert image, upload from computer. Find that crazy named file, that's this one right here. Then I'm gonna say open. All right, there's the image. So now I'm gonna go, you see how my cursor looks? It's like a T with points at the end of it. I'm gonna go to the corner. When it switches to 2, a double cursor, I'm gonna hold shift so that way my image stays proportional. Drag it out like so. You can also see that it covered up everything. So whenever your stuff covers up everything, that means it's all the way in the front. I want this image, especially because of the background, to be all the way in the back. So I'm going to right click right on top and I'm going to search for order. So order is right here. And then, like I said, I'm going to put it into the back. Put that into the back. I'm going to move it up so that way we can see these nice mountains. And then I'm going to make 2 so that way I can move this and make it look like it's moving. So I'm going to say Control C, then Control V. Make sure you have it selected before you do that. And I'll move this over. And I don't know why, but it went back in the front. I'll put it back again, but don't worry. Let me move this right. Oh, maybe it's not in the front. Maybe it's just in a weird spot. All right. This is going to have to be good enough. It's got like a weird little line. Ugh. Well, that line's going to have to be there. All right, and also it's not perfect. You know, I have this. Not only do I have this line right here, but I cut off some of this picture. But that's okay. I mean, This is actually easier because, you know, I can just see where I have to loop it at. Um, if you're picky about it, you know, you can try to move it up some. Actually, I needed to move mine up some. You can flip it around, or maybe you can you know, loop it on this side. There's a few options, but to make it easy for yourself, just, you know, just line it up as best possible. You don't put yourself through the stress of trying to make it extremely perfect. You're only gonna make it hard on yourself. All right, so let's put this, let's link both of these. So I'm gonna select this one. So you see I selected it because it has the blue around it. And then I'm gonna hit Control and I'm gonna select the other one. Hold on, before I do that, these aren't lining up. Something's wrong. Okay, I see the problem. Let me put this one back. I think that's the problem. Back. Yeah, that was the problem. All right, so let me do that again. Select that one. See, it has the blue around it. Then holding Control, I'm gonna select this one. So now both of them have the blue around it. Then I'm going to right click. Then I'm going to go and find where it says group those. So now they are one image. So when I click on one, I'm clicking on both of them. I want to double check that they're in the back. Yes, they are. And I'll move it back up. If you see how I'm moving my screen, if your screen doesn't move like that with your mouse, you're going to get these bars right here. And then that will allow you to move, you know, up and down when you need to. All right. Excuse me. All right. So now we want to move this. But one thing, because this is the harder one, we need to duplicate a few slides. And I probably should have did that before, but that's okay. So we're going to do like how we brought these slides in. I'm going to click on the first one. And also I'm on this preview side over here on the left side. I'm going to go to the last one. I'm going to hit Shift and then hit number and select the 8th or final slide. I'm selecting it by left clicking. So now I can see all my slides are selected. I'm going to say Control C. Then I want to unselect all those so that way, you know, nothing weird happens. Then I'm going to select back on number 8 and then I'm going to say Control V. All right. So now I have twice the amount of slides, and you kind of have to have twice the amount because we're doing like twice the amount of animation. All right. I do want to delete this one background right here because that's going to mess us up later. So take that one off here. All right. So let's start the easier part of animation or animating. So before I do this, I want to keep in mind that the last slide, that is slide 16, this mountain, which is the same as this mountain. I'm sorry, let me say that different. This mountain here needs to at least be right here. It can't be here because then those are going to be the same and it's going to like pause. It's going to make the video look like it pauses. So I need this to be here, and then the next slide it'll be here, and then it will loop and it will play again. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's start doing this. So from slide 1 to, what's the halfway point? Slide 8. We're just going to move it slow, and then from slide 9 to 16, we're going to move it fast or move it in bigger gaps. So that way, first it's going to go slow, and then it's going to move a little bit faster to give it like, you know, a cooler animated look. All right, so let's start that. So slide, so let me select this first, I'm sorry. Control C. Then we're going to select slide 2 and then say Control V. And we're going to be doing this a lot. While I still have that selected, because I just put it there, I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to point out a couple, at least one thing. So then I'm going to go to order because it's in the front, and we're going to send this to the back, but I want you to look at these keys right here. So I can send something to the back if I say Control Shift and down. So that's the fastest way to send it to the back. Or I can just hit Control down a whole bunch of times, and it will eventually make its way all the way back. So just keep that in mind. These are going to come up again. For this one, because we're only using the background, I'm going to do the Control Shift down to send it to the back. But for right now, I'm just going to click the button since I have it here. So send this to the back. It is in the back. And now I'm going to move it over. Let's just move it over. Let's say 10. So I'm going to use the arrows that are on the keyboard. I'm going to click it. I'm going to click the left arrow 10 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I still have my picture selected. I'm going to say Control C. Control C. So that way when I paste it into the next slide, it's in the same spot. So slide 3, I'm going to say Control V, and now it's in the same spot, but it's in the front again. So it was Shift Control down, send it to the back, and now I'm going to go to my arrow and do 10. So I'm going to move it over 10 spaces to the left from, it's going to be slide 2 all the way to slide 8, and then I'll change how many times I'm moving it from slide 9 to 16, just so you know. All right, so I didn't move this one yet, so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I have to do Control C before I go because I need to be in the same spot in the next slide. Slide number 4, Control V. And then I'm going to do Control Shift down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control C. Click on slide 5. Control V. I know this is annoying. Shift Control down. Then we're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we're going to say Control C. Then we're going to say slide 6. Control V. Shift Control down. Then we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Control C, and we're just going to keep doing this. It's going to be very, very repetitious. I think I'm a double do it because I don't remember. Control C, number 7, Control V, and then Shift Control down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yes, Control C. Then this is the last one. Then we're going to start moving it a little bit faster. Control C. I don't remember if I did it or not. I'm trying to keep it all together here. Control V. Shift Control down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. First half. Let me take this out of here. That was from my old one. Get that off of here. All right. So now let's move this a little bit further. Let's say, click on this. Control C. All right. Control V. Shift Control down. And now, I mean, it's up to you how far you want to move it. You can move it less, you can move it more. Remember where your mountain needs to get to. But yeah, I'm gonna move it slower because I can see that my mountain here, this is my mountain that needs to be about here. It's almost there. So I'm gonna start moving it slower now. I know I said I was gonna move it faster, but I'm gonna move it slower. All right, so let's say 1, 2. Control C. I'm going to click on 10, Control V. Shift Control down, 2. Control C. Slide 11. Control V. Shift Control down, 1, 2. Control C. Slide 12. Control V. Shift Control down, 1, 2. Control C. Almost. Control V. Shift Control down, 2. Oh, it's like a rhythm. Control C. I don't know if I can do it. Control new slide. Control V. Shift Control down, 1, 2. Control C. 15. Control V. Shift Control down. Control. Oh wait, where did I mess up? Did I move it? Oh man. All right, I didn't move it. All right, so that's the only thing I didn't do. I moved it here. Easy it is to forget. All right, so this one needs to move. 1, 2. Control C. Back on it, and then last one. Thank goodness. Control V. Shift Control down, 1, 2. All right, this did not stop at the right spot, but that's okay. Where does it need to stop at? Just gotta double check something. My mountain needs to be here. Let me double check. So whenever you need to double check, just hit presentation mode. We're gonna go through these slides. Let me see here. Oh, it's almost there. No, it's not. All right, so I just need to move this just a little bit. So I'm gonna cheat it just a bit because I need this edge to be, I need this edge to be closer, so that's okay. So in the case you need to cheat and it's not gonna line up, we're just gonna move it further. So I'm gonna click on this, just move it where I need it to be. It needs to be way over to here. Something like that. And then because I moved that one too much, move this one just a little bit more. So I'm gonna double check one more time. And I'm just checking to see how far apart they are. So that's, yeah, so then that one will line up. See that? And then this will end up there in the next slide. So, okay. Almost. We're like, I don't know, a little bit more than 20% done. Hopefully that doesn't give you a headache. All right, so next we need to do that like railing, like to make it look more like a highway, which isn't that bad. And that we don't have to do a whole bunch of counting and stuff like that. We just got to throw it on there. Oh, you know what? Next is the tree. I'm sorry. I forgot I put a tree on there. The tree, we're not going to make that tree. We're just going to go find a picture. I'm going to go back to the tab because I still have that tab open for 2D background. If you need to, open up a new tab and then search tree. So if you want to do a new background, you would just say, a new tab, you would say tree, T-R-E-E. Here, got these pictures of a tree, but you need to say, this is going to be weird. You have to say PNG, and that's just a file type that's going to allow for the background to be clear or transparent. So let's say tree PNG. Maybe you want a rock. I mean, if you want a rock and put there, since you have like a rock background, you can try to do it like that. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Let me do a rock. How about that? Mine's a little bit different. I know I did a tree and now I'm doing a rock, but I just want to show you that there's options. So rock PNG. I don't like these rocks, but whatever. Let's say image. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to go to tools. Make sure it's a large. And also I have to go to color. And then I have to say transparent. And that's the background we're talking about. So I want to try to find a matching rock. So let's go to, I'm going to go to animated. I'm going to go to vector. Vectors are usually like drawings. I'll click on vector. And then I get all types of little rocks here. Let's try this one. Sometimes with PNGs, they don't work out right. So just keep that in mind. So there's my picture. I'm gonna right click on it. Then I'm gonna say save as. It's an unnamed picture and it's a PNG file. Hopefully this works. If it doesn't work, I have to find another one. Or you could just not have it. I mean, that's okay too. Where's my presentation? Oh, this thing is in my way. Move. Here we go. Back to our presentation. I'm back on the first slide. I'm going to say insert image and upload from computer. I'm going to go look for, there it is, unnamed upload. There you go, and it doesn't have a background. Good, it worked out. All right. Put this off the side here. All right, for you perfectionists out there, if you want your, if you want whatever you found, like if it was a tree or I have a rock, if you want it to match with your background, you're gonna go, let's see, somewhere on here. Hold on one second. Click on it. Maybe my screen is in the way. Here we go. So once you click on the image, you gotta find where it says format options. Then we're gonna say recolor. And I have some options here. And it gives you different colors. I'm gonna go for this blue looking color. Not everything's gonna have a different color. I'm also gonna go to adjust. And I'm gonna make it dark. So where it says brightness, I'm gonna adjust how dark it is so it matches my background. And that's it. I'm gonna leave it like that. All right, for this one, we do still have to count a little bit. I'm sorry. I know I said we're not counting anymore. Move it off of here. So that way, all I have to do is move this to the other side. And it needs to be, I mean, it's up to you, but I'm gonna make sure it's off the screen by frame or what's the word? Slide 8. Because that's where it changes from, it's gonna be fast and slow. All right, so back to 1. Got my rock. Let's move this in like, I don't know. We're gonna do like 10s or so. So it's here. So let me say Control C. Select slide 2, Control V, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then Control C. I did it 12, so slide to 3, Control V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm definitely probably going to have to cheat this, but that's okay. Control C, slide 4, Control V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Control C, slide 5, Control V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, Control C, slide 6, Control V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, Control C, Control V, no, I'm sorry, slide 7, Control V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got a couple of problems going on. I'm gonna come back and fix them though. Control C. And number 8, Control V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. First problem, I gotta move this thing back. So that function, I believe it was Control down. There we go. That put it behind. And also it's like floating a little bit. So I have to go all the way back and move them all down. So let me just move it down some. And it's on top of my road. Jeez. Control down. Control down. There we go. So now it's back there. Let's move it down some more. How many times did I move it down? I don't remember. Oh no. I think I did it too. Back up to here. Control down. Control down. 1, 2, 3. Control down. I have to check to see if my rock is not going to be floating. Yeah, I think I moved it down 3, so that looks good. All right. Going to fix my stuff. Control down, control down. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to hurry up here. Control down, down. 1, 2, 3, down. No, I didn't do it on this one. Back. Oh, now it's way back. Here we go. Almost. I know. I'm sorry, y'all. This is making the video longer. Maybe I can like cut it out. I don't think I can. Don't think this type of video is going to allow me to cut out parts that I messed up. Sorry. All right, so the main thing I need to do is move this over just a little bit faster. So I just did 5 extra. And if I don't get to the other side by the time at slide whatever, I'm just going to cheat it. I already can see I need to cheat it. That's okay. So I'm just clicking along a little bit more. And sometimes you got to do this. I mean, should you do this? No, but we're trying to get this done at this point. And I'm just going to move this one a little bit more just to sell the idea. All right, so that wasn't too bad. I know that added extra time to our video here, but that was that. All right, so now we're done with that guy, and then we're almost done. So the easier, harder thing to do is to put this guardrail or this fence section on the top of our road, which is basically going to be multiple shapes or multiple rectangles, really, not even multiple shapes. So I'm going to go to the shape tool right here where it says shape, go get a rectangle, and I'm going to make a really long rectangle. Be a long rectangle. I might have to make it a little bit longer than this, but for now, let's leave it there. Change the color, make it a little bit darker than that even. I don't want it to be the same color as my road though. So that's the one thing I don't want to do. And now that I have that, so now I'm just going to make smaller rectangles. And I don't have to keep making a whole bunch. I can just cut and paste a few. Like I can get one going, then I'll cut and paste two, then four, you know. It's going to be an exponent amount. So that's one. Make sure I get the color right. So that one. Yes, it was that one. So I got one, Control C, Control V. And now I just have to make sure it gets lined up. I think I made it too small. Oh, look at that. Don't make yours too small. You can space them out further so that way there's less of them to make. All right, make sure you line them up right. I don't feel like those are lined up the same. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to select that one. Then I'm going to hold Control. Now I have both of them selected. Then I'll do Control C and then Control V. So now I got two. Move those ones there. And then I'm going to do the same thing again, but I'm going to get all four. I don't know if that's the right length, but that's okay. Okay. Click. Then can hold Control. I'm holding Control. I know I didn't say it right. Can hold Control and click. Hold Control and click. Hold Control and click. Then Control C. Control V. Move this over. There we go. Little line show up to try to help me out here. And then I'm not even going to do any of that clicking again. I'm just going to say Control V. I got some more. And then Control V. Going to give me four more. And maybe I can just get one here. Control C, Control V. Ooh, that small guy. There we go. I'm gonna need to make this longer, but I'm gonna group this one and then I'll make a longer one. So again, clicking everything, we're gonna click the long part first. So I got that selected. You can see it's blue. And then just have to keep track of what you're selecting here. So now I'm going to select all the small ones. I'm holding Control again. Click, click, click. I'm still holding Control. Just going through. You can see they get like a little bit of blue around them. That's how you know you have them selected. All right, then we're going to say right click. And I'm going to go to Group. All right, and now these are all one thing. So if I click on one part, I click on all of it. So that's good. The last thing with this, I need two. So Control C and then Control V. So now it gives me two. Now I need to put it way back here. No, it's not going to work for me. So I had to drop it, and now I can put it right there on top of each other. And let me fix that. There we go. Don't worry about that little line right there. Nobody's going to notice that. All right. Oh, you know what? Before I even go anywhere, let me group the two of those guardrails or railing or fencing, whichever one you want to call it. So again, we're going to click and then hold Control and click, then right click, then say Group. And now when I click on one, I click on all of them. All right, so this is the easier part of the hard stuff. So got him, click, Control C, go to slide 2, Control V, And the good thing with this, all we need to do is move it to the left, and we don't need to go, whoa, not like that. Let's try that again. So the good thing with this, all we need to do is slide it to the left. We don't need to worry about counting. As long as we're moving it, it works. Control C that, so that way we're getting in the right spot. Control V. Oh, you see it's not in, it needs to go back, so, because it's on top of the ball, so it was control down. There we go. And let's move it. Control C, go to the next slide, Control V, and it's on top of the ball again, so control down. Let's move it again. Doesn't look like it's moving, but it's moving. Control C. Click on the new slide. This is going to take a while. That's, I guess, the hard part with this, because we have to do this for 18 slides. Is it 18? No. 16 slides. Oh. But we're just moving it. We're just cutting, pasting, and moving it all the way down. So back to 5. Control V. It's on top of the ball again. Control down. Still on top of the ball. Control down. Go underneath the ball. There we go. Move it. Control C. Control V. It's on top of the ball again. Control down. Then you move it. Then you Control C it. Go to the next slide. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about the ball anymore. Control C. Why is it only getting one piece now? I don't understand. Okay. Well, Control C. I don't have it selected. Better make sure you have it selected. Control C. Control V. Control C. We're almost there. We're at 10. So that means we got 6 more left. We're getting there. Control C. There's that pesky ball in the, well, the railing is in the way, so control down. There we go. Then we're going to move this guy. Control C it before we move on. Control V. Ball's in the way again. Control down. Then move it. And if we run out, we'll just add some more. Like, we're definitely going to run out though. That's okay. Actually, you know what? Let's do that now. Before even is a problem. Control C, Control V. It's good enough for now. It's not lining up right. It's gotta line up so it goes invisible. It's a little off. It's on top of the ball again, so control down. Make sure your stuff is in the right spot. I'm just gonna go for it. That's annoying. But make sure you group it. So I got that part, and now I gotta find the other part. Here's the other part. Control click. Then we're gonna go and find group. And we're on 12, so we're almost done. Control C. Make sure that I moved it. I don't remember if I did or not. Yeah, I must have moved it some. So click, Control C, Go to 13, Control V. Control C, 14, man, almost there. Control V, move it. Control C, almost. Almost. Your work is definitely going to pay off, don't worry. Move it. I'm about to run out again. Control C and Control V. I think we can really cheat this and just put, I think we can do this. If you run out and you're on the last one, I honestly think you can cheat like this. Because it's not going to know. Because it's like so similar. There's no way it's going to know whether or not. Nobody's going to tell it moved or not. All right, this is pretty much it. So let's, oh, you know what? And I had the lines. If you want to put the lines on the street, all you're really going to do is alternate. You're going to have a line on this side and one slide, and the next slide, you'll have a line on this side. If you can do that faster than me, great. But I'm going to say slide 1, shapes, call shapes, rectangle. And I'm going to get the line. That's going to be good enough for me. I'm going to Control C that. Then I'm going to skip to 3, V, 5, Control V, 7, Control V, 9, Control V, 11, Control V, 13, Control V, 15, Control V. Okay, I don't need it on 16, so actually on 16, let's go and get it and bring it to this side. Wait a second, why is it in 17? I mean 16 then. So let's let me do this right. Control Z fixes your stuff. Go to 16. I don't even remember opening 16, but okay. And then I'm gonna move it over. Put it here. Then I'm gonna say Control C. Then all the evens. So 14, 12, 10, 8. And I'm just hitting Control V. 6, 4, 2. And that was the problem. For some reason, I never put it on 1, which is fine. Now I'm like moving the whole slide. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. All right, it is done. Let's double check what this thing's going to kind of look like. Let's get an idea. So I got it in slide 1. We're going to go. Yeah, it looks good. Well, I think I messed up somewhere. Right there. You see that? Gotta go fix that. That is slide 14. All right, just slide 14. Keep on that. This railing keeps getting in the way. And Control down. There we go. Let's give this thing a name. Let's get this done. Ball Lv3 with BG. All right, that's what I named it. Click over there. I don't know why it's got a star on it. Take the star off of there. I'm going to open up a new tab. And then we're going to go to Tall Tweets, and we're going to find this. And Then we're going to share it to Google Classroom. You should remember how to do those things. Tall tweets, TALLTWEET. Remember right here where mine says select presentation, yours would say, if you haven't logged in, is log in with Google. You'll log in with Google, then you'll get this. Then there's an animation right here. Just gonna load, hopefully it loads fast this time. Come on, load. Big load. But that's not right to say, never mind. Big money, that's what I was trying to say, but I was loading, so that's how I got to that point. Come on. Ooh. Hopefully yours doesn't take this long. All right. And here it's time to see the magic. Make sure you do duration 0.1. Create GIF. Hopefully this doesn't take that long to load, right? You don't want to take that long. All right. All right. My rock is not as nice as my tree was, but you know, it's not that bad. Now it's moving fast and it's moving slow. Got my ball bouncing. All right. I wish I would have done that rock slower, but you know, it is what it is at this point. I'm not being too picky. All right, so save this. And this website only saves as download. You don't get a chance to change the name. At least I don't see anything on here that says change the name. So it's going to be download. And mine is going to be download 11 because I made 11 things from this website. Great. Now you're going to go back to your slide. I had this thing that's in the way again. And if you want, you can just send me the picture, but it's good to have it in your slide because then if you mess up and you want me to help you fix it, I can go and look at your slide and see. But I'm gonna show you how to send it the same way again. Go to your last slide, say new, and then delete this over here. We're gonna insert image, upload from computer. Whoa, download. Remember I said it's only called download. Mine was download 11. That's the automation. And then we're gonna make this bigger so it fits a little bit better. Yeah. Gotta go the other way. Yeah. Then we're gonna say share. We're gonna look to where it says get link. Go right to these blue words underneath. And then you want to change yours to say KIPP Public School. So I didn't know what yours said before, but you want to change it to KIPP Public School. So you want to click on this arrow, and it should give you an option that says click KIPP Public School. I'm going to put mine on anyone with link, but remember, you want yours to say KIPP Public Schools. KIPP Public Schools. Put that right here. KIPP Public Schools. I know I'm saying it a whole bunch of times because I have a feeling somebody's going to forget. Then hit copy link. Then say done. Then, like always, we're going to open a new tab because you can't do computer stuff without having a million tabs. Then go to Google Classroom. Then you'll find your art class. These are your art classes. One of these guys are this one that's up here. I'm not going to click on them because I'm the teacher. So I have this one, this fake one right here that says test. Then you'll just say share something with your class. Click on that. Then you'll say Control V like we've been doing all this time. Then you can just say post. Boom. Your stuff will be there. You can click on it. You can see it. All that stuff. It's loading. It's taking too long. All right, you guys. That is it for this video. Again, give yourself a pat on the back if you got it done. Give yourself a pat on the back if you just sat and tried to figure it out if yours is messing up. All those things are awesome. Remember that even though you might not have been able to get it, I'm here to help you. That's what I'm here to do. Hoping that you guys are enjoying making these little animations. We will try to go as deep or as far as we can with these. But that is it for this one. Enjoy the rest of your day or night whenever you decide to work on this. All right. Good boy.